So, with my deformed, fucking tortured finger, fuck you. Seriously. This is what I think that, there's so many. No, active violence doesn't have a spreading effect, you know. Yes, it affects the one victim that is the crime is perpetrated against. That's true. However, the effects of what that act of violence that just super spreads, it always does. And this way more than the average. You've got a bunch of men out there that have had the opportunity to rape and sodomize and torture a fucking unconscious woman in 9 different states. You've got a bunch of fucking freakoid pieces of shit drug addicts that have now learned how to anesthetize a victim. You think that's a good idea? You think that's a good fucking idea? To have a bunch of fucking drug addicts, people who have no moral or ethical or any compass whatsoever that tells them this is a line that you don't cross as a human being. You have a bunch of those fucking people that know now how to do this shit. I mean, if I can't even count the number of people that they've given this shit to pelt at my car, to fucking come into my fucking room, to pelt at my room, to gas my room, to fucking, you have that many fucking people that have this knowledge now. How is that beneficial to you? So you're going to have more of these people doing this to more people? Because you cannot possibly think that that's not going to happen. You can't. Or you think that some meth addict, some heroin addict, some fucking serial rapist is going to be bound to some idea that, oh no, this was a once in an time opportunity, you can't ever use this again because then that would lead back to this whole situation. You think that's going to happen? I mean, take it as that my brain is so mush now that, and that's totally on purpose. That's totally part of this whole thing. I mean, yes, they want to rape, sodomize, torture me, but a big part of this is just the consistency of the is to disable my thinking, because they really want to keep that dialogue up that I'm nuts, that this isn't happening. But how does that stay even as an option for them when they have so many people now? I just can't imagine that every meth head and every heroin addict that they fucking employed in this has fucking been able to maintain and not say anything about this stuff. What, under the influence of super heavy narcotics and drugs, they're still keeping to not saying anything to anybody about any of this shit? No, I don't think so. Not when you have people that are, that they have most likely participated in very low level crimes to maintain their drug addiction and their habit. Then they get put in a situation like this where they see a woman who's completely fucking out, in a coma, technically, in a fucking coma, being completely fucking violated and just horrifically abused and just tortured. Like you think that somebody like that's not going to talk about that? Like, I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening. Or how they've spread throughout different communities, like the BLM community, how I'm this horrific fucking person. I mean, I just remember seeing that black girl with her white boyfriend in that fucking, like, pita pit place, and she knew me. I could tell. And she was, like, whispering to him, and he was looking over at me, and it was like, literally, I was just standing there. Like, there was nothing that I was doing that was drawing attention to myself. I didn't look any way. I didn't, you know, I've still been able to maintain an appearance that seems that I'm not being completely annihilated every day. So, you know, unless this is like even bigger than this, that these people aren't even human and there's some sort of demon fucking shit going on, alien shit. I don't even know. I mean, because it's beyond comprehension that this could go on. I mean, I've sat here every day for 2 years just going, you know, and finally coming to a place of understanding that literally I can't convince anybody that this is happening, because every day I'm like, what the fuck? This is my life? Like, I can't even keep my animals out of breathing toxic shit every day. Like, I can't do that. I have no options. I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to get help. No one will listen. I mean, this is the reality of this. Like right now, this bending of this is so extremely sore. When she gets hours and hours and hours like that with my body, she just goes to fucking town. She just goes to fucking town. I mean, she's a fucking terrorist. She's a fucking terrorist. Like, this is what terrorists do to fucking people. That's why they're named terrorists, because they are, like, literally just don't give a fuck about anybody. Just fucking do whatever the fuck they want people. You know? I mean, I can say at least for most terrorists, they have an ideology that they're following. She does not. Her ideology is to just fucking annihilate me. That's it. And she never fucking knew me. You know? Like, we've never even had a conversation. She may talk to my unconscious body, but we don't have a conversation. That's never even fucking happened. I never did her wrong. Nothing ever fucking happened. You know what I mean? Like, unless somewhere in my history I met her a bazillion years ago, like, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. You know? But to the feds, fuck you. And you know what? To be honest, I hope your kids, your wife, becomes the next fucking victim of one of these fucking people. I hope that, if I were these people, this is what I'd be thinking about. I'd be thinking a lot bigger. I'd be thinking more like gas the entire Federal Bureau of Investigations. I mean, the one in Portland doesn't seem that hard. I mean, two buildings away, they were able to sex traffic me in a fucking hotel. 2 buildings away from the Federal Bureau of Investigations in Portland, Oregon. So, what are their restraints? What I mean, they had that many people. They had the security people, obviously, because security people didn't seem to notice the plethora of sex traffickers and fucking rapists just hanging out in their parking lot. I saw them. I confronted one of them. But they didn't see that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, but so perfectly explanatory of something like the security people. First of all security people are full of shit. Look at who they hire. Fucking bullshit, you know? The average guy's getting paid $10-15 an hour. But yeah, you look at how at the base of the mountain motel that I stayed at, how the security, she told me the security guy comes every couple of hours. He never came. Not until 7 o'clock in the morning, and then he just drove right by. But up until that point, he never came the whole fucking night. I was up all night. I was up all fucking night. He never came and parked in the parking lot and walked around and made sure things were okay, which she told me that they did. And you know what that tells me? That they called the fucking security guy and told him to fucking beat it for the night. So, I've been sending these fucking emails to the Federal Bureau of Investigations prosecutor's office in Honolulu, Hawaii. The guy Kenji. I don't know if he's still on. I don't know if he's been replaced, because that's what they do. He was put there by Trump, and he actually did something. He actually arrested the fucking chief of police. He actually arrested his wife. She actually went after the head city prosecutor, and apparently is just milking him for information. And he's just, I still haven't read anything about that. You know, he's just sort of disappeared. You know, and he went after Michael Miskey. So I thought maybe that maybe these guys are fucking legit, but this is bigger than all of that. Than what they have on those people. This is bigger than that. This is spanning 9 fucking states in the United States of America. 9 fucking states. We're getting up to being 1/5 of the fucking country. That's having connections in organized crime from fucking Honolulu, Hawaii, to Los Angeles, to Northern Cal, to fucking Portland, to Tillamook, to Newport, to every fucking town I've been to in Washington, all the way up to I mean, I can't even remember all the names of the cities I've been in, you know? And that's knowing that in the hospitals, in the police departments, in the fucking communities. It's you know, I got fucking gang raped and sodomized and tortured in Boise, Idaho. You know, I got gang raped and fucking tortured and sodomized in fucking Kanab, Utah. This is fucking real. And you're just gonna sit there and fucking not take the opportunity to do something about this? Like, you could put so many fucking people in prison. Like, in a heartbeat. Like, tonight, you could just be watching and come in and bust a whole bunch of people. Some lady standing here fucking burning my uterus while fucking men have been coming in and out to fucking rape and sodomize me, to mutilate my limbs. You could fucking walk in and find this tonight. Last night. What are you waiting for? Are you and they don't fear you. So that means to me, because they're so obvious, they're so blatant, they're so in face, they don't care, they drive around, they follow me around, they fucking pelt shit at me in the fucking road. They don't fear shit. They don't fear at all getting caught. So how do they know that you're not fucking there? And if they know you're watching, then how come they don't care? How come they keep doing it? I don't get it. I don't understand. I have no reasonable explanation for this. I just don't. But fuck you. Fuck you, feds. Fuck you, criminals. Fuck you, psychopaths. Fuck all of you. It's like you're one and the fucking same. And you know what, these, people out there that are getting gang stalked and all that, they seem to think that this is already a, lock key throwaway deal, is that you're already fucking involved. But why? I mean, what purpose does it serve you? You know? What purpose does it serve you to help these people? To not arrest them, to not put them in prison. What purpose does it serve the United States government to keep rapists, sodomizing, drugging, fucking super freak, mutilating terrorists, domestic terrorists, fucking that will rape children and women for whatever, and mutilate and torture people now because they can do that? What purpose does that serve you? I don't get it, you know? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't. There's something I'm totally missing in this, and that's another thing. It's like, okay, they're doing this to me because they can. That's it. That's the only reason. Because they can. Because no one stops them. And it seems to just strengthen their networks, and it strengthens who they are, and it strengthens their capabilities. So this is all positive for them. But for the feds, what's the point? What's the point? Like, what are you gonna fucking get out of it? What are you gonna fucking get out of it? What are you gonna get out of watching animals fucking suffer and die? What are you getting out of this? Free medical experimentation shit. Really? Again, by now I think you'd have enough. You know, I mean, but I guess you don't, you know, I mean, now you could bust them all, get all those people off the street, and still have the ability to know what happened to me medically. Because obviously, if you busted everybody, then I could get medical help and could find out what the fuck all this did to me and how long I have left to live, and you know, and eventually I'll die, and then you'll get the evidence and proof from that. So what's the benefit? So, any guys out there, you know, now I wasn't even, I didn't ever say that I didn't believe the targeted individual guys, like, because, who am I to say when I'm going through all of this? But now there's just so many similarities and so many, like, it's like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously. And for every fucking federal agent, police officer that's looking the other way, that knows this shit's going on and isn't fucking stopping this, every fucking person, every mechanic, every fucking person that I've contacted, that I've been in contact with, that then they contact and fucking get them to help them, every single fucking one of them. You know what? Fuck you. And I hope this shit happens to you. I really do. And the fact that you've become complicit and whatever, you're only telling these people that you're all ready for your asshole to be violated by them too. So, fuck you.